It used to be, before my lifetime, a few hundred years ago, that religious organizations basically controlled geopolitics, and then it was governments, nations, countries. Some were democracies, republics, some were totalitarian, but they call the shots. But then, today, it's moved into corporations. It's the corporations that run the planet. They are the ones that call the shots. Make no bones about it. Nobody gets elected to President of the United States. Nobody gets elected to a high position in the United Kingdom or any of the other so-called democracies or republics or any of the other major countries in the world without huge amounts of corporate support. And the corporations own the mainstream media, either outright or through advertising. This is a world that's run by what I call the corporatocracy. And this is very, very new. It's only happened since the 1970s. But this is a fact of life today, that we've moved from religious organizations to nations to corporations. And I also want to address this thing of how much power does a prime minister or president have? Not much. Not much at all. Because they are so controlled by corporations. Most of my lifetime, I think in the United States, the elected officials wrote the laws. But that's no longer true. Today, most of the laws, the important laws, are all written by corporate lobbyists who run them through the politicians that they own. So we're at this incredible place. And presidents, Obama, I voted for Obama, and I'm not speaking against Obama in any way. But Obama is essentially powerless for any major important decisions because he's owned by corporations. He said he wasn't going to take political corporate financing, but he did. And now his financial policies are run by Wall Street, primarily Goldman Sachs people, as our last speaker, Max, just told us. And his agricultural policies are run by Monsanto and the other big agribusinesses, people from those businesses. And they use the excuse, well, these are the people that understand the business best. Yes, and they're also going to go back into those businesses. So are they likely to write laws that will restrict those businesses if they're going to go back in and run? Not likely. And beyond that, Obama, the first day in the Oval Office, if he hadn't already heard it before, was reminded that back in the 1960s, President Kennedy had affairs with Marilyn Monroe, Angie Dickinson, lots of starlets and other women. It didn't matter. Everybody knew about it. They had to take him out with a gun. But Bill Clinton got assassinated by Monica Lewinsky, or Linda Tripp, who set up Monica Lewinsky. It was a character assassination. And the head of the IMF recently, Strauss-Kahn, got taken down by the accusation of a chambermaid that was later in court decided that it was an unfounded accusation. I don't know. Maybe Strauss-Kahn raped her. I have no idea. But what I do know is that he was taken down by one person's accusation. And that sent an incredible message to Cameron and Obama and any other leader. They are vulnerable in this day and age. You don't have to shoot them. They're vulnerable. So we're at this point in history when our leaders can't lead. And so we must move to the next stage. Religious organizations, governments, nations, governments, corporations, and now the next stage is who? The people. The people. And that's what it's all about. That's what this is all about. The systems are collapsing.